We are closing in on Judgment Day. We are getting closer to a verdict.
This trial wasn't about the culture of Silicon Valley. This trial was not about the business practices of the venture capital industry. This trial was about Elizabeth Holmes.
The case went to the jury at the tail end of December.
In the jury's hands, deliberations set to get underway.
The jury has begun their second week of deliberations.
At 4 p.m. on the 7th day, the jury came in.
Breaking news this evening in the trial of Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes. The jury has reached a verdict.
The jury finds Elizabeth Holmes guilty on 4 of 11 criminal fraud charges for knowingly misleading investors about her company's blood testing technology.
I felt like, actually, maybe justice can be done in this world once in a while.
The jury remains deadlocked on 3 counts related to specific investors. The judge declares those a mistrial, and the government eventually drops them.
She's found not guilty on all 4 counts related to Theranos patients.
I was not happy that the patients didn't seem to count. She ran the company, said she was responsible, and she was guilty of not directing things properly, in my mind.
Between now and sentencing, she is out on bail. The split verdict will make it very difficult for an appeal. It shows that the jurors were very deliberate in their consideration, were not swayed by any sort of emotion.
Even though this was a split verdict, as a practical matter, it's not going to make much of a difference when it comes to sentencing than if she had been convicted on all counts.
So I think she's looking at several years in prison and perhaps more.
So now Elizabeth, 38 years old, celebrated less than a decade ago as the next Steve Jobs and once the youngest self-made female billionaire, waits. She's not in custody, but she's no longer free.
After the verdict, Tyler Schultz posts that he's happy that justice has been served and that he is proud of the impact that he and fellow whistleblower Erica Chung had.
Tyler eventually made amends with his grandfather, who told ABC News in 2019, 2 years before his death, that his grandson did not shrink from what he saw as his responsibility to the truth, even when he felt personally threatened, and believed that I had placed allegiance to the company over allegiance to higher values in our family. If she was sitting here today, what would you ask Elizabeth Holmes?
I would ask her, you know, what she would do differently.
Do everything you can.
People have short memories, and I think America loves a redemption story. And so is it possible to imagine her doing something really productive afterwards? Definitely. Is she up to that? Is she capable of it? I have no idea.
As she once declared at a Forbes conference, Elizabeth Holmes is not a woman who ever gives up.
You will get knocked down over and over and over and over again, and you win by getting back up. I would start this company over 10,000 times if I had to.
As of now, Elizabeth Holmes is scheduled to be sentenced in late September, and the trial of Sunny Balwani is expected to begin this March.
And the limited series about Elizabeth Holmes called The Dropout is now airing on Hulu.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.